Hi everyone, today we're going to be sharing about microgreen farming with a truly minimal setup. My name is Ben.
My name is Hind.
My name is Musa.
First off, you need some disposable boxes, you need some soil, some gravel, your seeds, and finally some water in a jug and in a bottle. It would be helpful if you have a nail, which will help you make some holes in both the bottle and the boxes, and also a hammer. So to start, what you want to do is you want to take one of these boxes, you want to use your hammer, grab your nail and start making holes in the box. Make about a hole every inch or so, and you want to have this be the case for half of your boxes. So just for today, we've already done this and got 2 boxes prepared with holes inside. Next, what you want to do is you want to prepare the soil. So Musa, if you'd like to pour some water in, you get your soil in a container of some kind and start mixing it bit by bit with a bit of water. You want to just mix the water into the soil and then mix it all around. Once it's just slightly wet, you want to start crumbling it into the boxes. You want to be sure to crumble it and not compact it, because if it's too dense, the roots won't be able to take hold. After that, start sprinkling your seeds on top. Particularly with the radish seeds, you want to make sure you're just sprinkling it over the top and you're not pressing it into the soil. If it's pressed too deep into the soil, the seeds will just not germinate. They kind of get stuck. It's pretty much the same thing with the sunflower seeds. You just sprinkle them over the top, make sure they're not too crowded. As you can see, Musa is mixing them about a bit to make sure they're not too clumped together. And just lay them over the top. Again, do not push the seeds into the soil. That's just not necessary for this. After that, you want to hammer a couple holes into your bowl of water. Sprinkle the top of the seeds with a bit of water to make sure it's moist. And once you've done that, you want to get some gravel, just a shallow sheet of gravel onto a tray, and then put that tray on top as well. And this will just weigh the seed down, and the weight will make it think it's underground. Over some time, it'll start to grow. And every morning and night for about 3 days, you want to sprinkle some water on top again. That'll keep it moist. And twice a day, just like that, is perfect. Again, do not put any extra weight on it. And if you see any mold start to form, just pluck out that seed that you notice. After 2 or 3 days are over, what you start to see is you see this top tray start to lift off ever so slightly by about half a centimeter. Once you see it start to lift off, what you want to do is you want to get rid of this gravel, pour it away, and then you want to take this and you want to flip it over. And what you're doing now is you're putting the sprouts in darkness, and you put it in darkness for about 24 hours. What that will do is it'll trick the seed into thinking that it's underground and it's looking for light, so it'll just keep growing upwards, and that gives it a bit more height. After about 24 hours, again, you flip it over. You put this seed, which is now about 3 centimeters tall. You put some water in the bottom, just about 50 to 100 milliliters, and you put this tray on top. Because remember, this has got holes at the bottom, and so the water from below will sink into the tray and water your plants. And then you do that morning and night. After about 3 or 4 days in the sun, this is what you get, about 50 to 100 grams of produce per small tray. And to harvest it, you just want to take a pair of scissors, bunch it up and cut them at the base, making sure not to get any of the roots. Thank you for your time and good luck planting.